Today for Whip It Up Wednesday, I'm going to show you how to make the Cafe Rio sweet pulled pork. And I serve it as a bowl. And it is so delicious because I'm feeding a crowd today. I got all these workers here. So I'm making an 8-pound roast and they can just serve themselves. I'll just put everything together. I'm making some cilantro rice to go in the bowl and some beans and then just all the toppings. I have about an 8-pound pork butt roast and I'm going to add 1/4 cup of brown sugar packed, and to that I'm going to add 1 12-ounce can of regular full sugared Coca-Cola, and I'm going to marinate this overnight in the refrigerator. I let this marinate overnight in the refrigerator, and now I've discarded the marinade and I have the pork butt in the slow cooker, and I'm just shaking on some garlic salt pretty liberally on top. Looks good. And then just add another can of Coca-Cola. Going to put this on high and let it go for at least 4 hours. It's been about 4.5 hours on high. I'm going to get this meat out and put it on a sheet tray and then drain off all this liquid. After allowing the pork butt to cool a little bit, I'm going to take out the bone and get any fat off of the pork butt roast. Just kind of scrape it off and discard it. Return the meat back to the crock pot and shred it with a couple of forks. In my mixer, I have 2 cans of green diced chilies, the 4-ounce cans, 1 cup of brown sugar, and I'm going to add 8 ounces of the old El Paso enchilada sauce. I use one of these 16-ounce cans of red enchilada sauce. I use half of it, and then I stick the other half in the freezer for the next time I make this dish. We're going to get this blitzed together, and then you add about 1/3 to 1/2 of a can of soda pop Coca-Cola to get the right consistency, and then you pour this over the meat. I'm going to go ahead and get this mixed together. Now we're just going to take all of the sauce and pour it all over the shredded pork. Put the top back on and let this sucker go. We're going to put this on low. We're going to let it cook for 2 hours. And that's it. It's been a couple hours and it's kind of all caramelized and the pork is very tender. So I'm going to get these Cafe Rio, I guess they're bowls, put together and show you how we do it. This is a really yummy recipe, you guys. In my mixer, I have a cup of mayonnaise, 1/2 cup of buttermilk. I'm going to add one of these ranch packets. And then normally I put 2 tomatillos, but these are kind of small. So I'm going to put the 3. 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, a jalapeno, and this is some of that hatch green chili. If you don't have that, you could add 4 ounces of the diced canned green chili. And I just went ahead and roasted those in the oven. I put a little bit of oil on them, some salt, and roasted them for about 20 minutes. You'll need 1 lime and 1/2 a bunch of cilantro. I'm going to put all of this into the blender and get it all mixed up. It's going to be delicious. And you can see I cooked it, 20 minutes. It makes the tomatillo soft. It makes the garlic soft. You can leave the seeds if you want to, if you wanted it a little more spicy too. And I'm just going to blitz everything. And it's going to make a really great dressing. To put this recipe all together, just chop up a bunch of lettuce. And you could either make some salsa, pico de gallo, something like that. I'm just chopping up some diced tomatoes. I'm going to use some salsa from Trader Joe's and some Valentina dressing, some sour cream. I'm going to go ahead and cook off these tortillas. I've just sliced them thin. I'm going to cook them in some oil. I have some shredded cheese and the dressing. So just cook off the corn tortillas until they get crisp. Put them on a sheet tray that's been lined with some paper towels. Put a little salt on them if you want. And that's a nice addition to the salad. You can just heat up either black beans or pinto beans straight from the can. Or I put a tablespoon of oil and sauteed some onions till they were really cooked down with a clove of garlic and a little bit of jalapeno. And then I just added the canned beans. And you know, that's kind of optional. You can do that if you want, or I've served them right out of the can. Either way works good. And then in the pot over here, I have cilantro, lime, rice. I've made this on my channel before. I'll put the link to that. So once you get your rice made, get some beans warmed up, get your tortillas cooked up, you're going to have a great, great dinner. So we're going to start with a bed of lettuce, and then we're going to build the Cafe Rio bowl. We're going to start by adding some cilantro rice and some of your beans, and then you just take some of the Cafe Rio pork, add that. I'm going to add some cheese. I'm going to add a little dollop of sour cream. You can add some salsa. I'm going to add some hot sauce, some Valentina hot sauce. We'll add some tomatoes. And I found an avocado in my refrigerator, so I'm going to add that. Kind of fan it out a little bit if I can, just like that. And then we're just going to add some of these tortilla strips on the top. And that is your Cafe Rio bowl. And then finally, just add some of that wonderful dressing. Oh, it's like a green goddess.